Hey, you guys, we are going to read Owen today, and it should look familiar to you. The characters should look familiar to you, and the illustrations, just like Penny. It's Kevin Hankus again. And this one has the Caldecott Honor Award. Some books have these little symbols on them, and it means that people voted on it and thought it was a really, really, really good book. If I look at the cover of this book, I can kind of figure out maybe who it's going to be about and what it's going to be about. So I see a little boy holding a blankie. So maybe this book is going to be about a little boy and a blankie. Owen had a fuzzy yellow blanket. He'd had it since he was a baby. He loved it with all of his heart. I really like this book because I have a blankie that I have had since I was a brand new baby. It's not yellow, it's green. Hi, how are you, Brianna? Fuzzy goes where I go, said Owen. And Fuzzy did. Upstairs, downstairs, in between, inside, outside, upside down. He took his blankie everywhere. Fuzzy likes what I like, said Owen. And Fuzzy did. Orange juice, grape juice, chocolate milk, ice cream, peanut butter, applesauce cake. Ooh, applesauce cake. That would be a good fall dessert to make. Isn't he getting a little old to be carrying that thing around? Asked Mrs. Tweezers. Haven't you heard of the blanket fairy? Owen's parents hadn't. Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. That night, Owen's parents told Owen to put Fuzzy under his pillow. In the morning, Fuzzy would be gone. But the blanket fairy would leave an absolutely wonderful, positively perfect, especially terrific, big boy gift in its place. I'm looking at Owen's face, and it doesn't look like he's very excited about this plan. Owen stuffed Fuzzy inside his pajama pants and went to sleep. No blanket fairy, said Owen in the morning. No kidding, said Owen's mother. No wonder, said Owen's father. Fuzzy is dirty, said Owen's mother. Fuzzy's torn and ratty, said Owen's father. No, said Owen. Fuzzy is perfect. And Fuzzy was. Fuzzy played Captain Plunger with Owen, and Fuzzy helped Owen become invisible. Oh boy, this does not look like a good idea. And Fuzzy was essential when it came to nail clippings and haircuts and trips to the dentist. Essential? What does that mean? If you thought something was essential to take with you for things you didn't like, maybe it's really important for you to have that with you. I bet essential means important. Let's replace it in there and see if it makes sense. And Fuzzy was important when it came to nail clippings and haircuts and trips to the dentist. Yeah, I bet essential means important. Can't be a baby forever, said Mrs. Tweezers. Haven't you heard of the vinegar trick? Owen's parents hadn't, and Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. When Owen wasn't looking, His father dipped Owen's favorite corner of fuzzy into a jar of vinegar. Owen sniffed it, smelled it, and sniffled it. He picked a new favorite corner. If you've never smelled vinegar, it has a very strong smell. If you have vinegar at your house, you can have somebody let you smell it. I love it. I think it tastes really good in salads and stuff, but it does have a very strong smell. It's very sour, kind of. Then he rubbed the smelly corner all around his sandbox, buried it in the garden, and dug it up again. Good as new, said Owen. Fuzzy wasn't very fuzzy anymore, but Owen didn't mind. He carried it and wore it and dragged it. He sucked on it and hugged it and twisted it. My blankie used to have lace, like a satin, silky fabric all around the edge, and I would do this in between my fingers, and guess what? The lace and satin is totally gone, and it basically looks like a rag now because I wore it out. What are we going to do? Asked Owen's mother. School is starting soon, said Owen's father. You can't bring a blanket to school, said Mrs. Tweezers. Haven't you heard of saying no? Owen's parents hadn't, and Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. You have to bring Fuzzy to school, said Owen. No, said Owen's father. No, said Owen's mother. Owen buried his face in Fuzzy. He started to cry and would not stop. Don't worry, said Owen's mother. It will be all right, said Owen's father. And then suddenly, Owen's mother said, I have an idea. It was an absolutely wonderful, positively perfect, especially terrific idea. First, she snipped, and then she sewed. Then she snipped again and sewed some more. Snip, 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 snow, so, dry your eyes, wipe your nose. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Now Owen carries one of his not-so-fuzzy handkerchiefs with him everywhere he goes. And Mrs. Tweezers doesn't say a thing. She has a pink hanky. I wonder if her hanky used to be a blankie. Hey, that rhymed! Hanky blankie. Hanky is short for handkerchief. Anyways, since I know what it's like to really like your blankie, and I would never let my mom cut my blankie up and sew it into handkerchiefs, I just kept it. I always let my kindergartners bring their blankie to school if they need to. Because what does it hurt? It doesn't hurt anything to have your blankie at school. I think it's silly to make rules like that. But that's just my opinion. All right, I hope you liked that story called Owen because I really like it. I think it's cute. Adios.